Hello, I'm Brittany Parker, Seint artist, and today we're going to be talking about pores and your 3D cream foundation. So stay tuned to learn more tips and tricks. Okay, so today's video I hope will help a lot of people. Today we're going to talk about pores and what to do if you have them. Guess what? We all have pores. We all have fine lines, wrinkles. We're going to have texture. Skin is texture. So I do want to start this video by saying, if you have pores, no makeup is going to get rid of them, but we can do some things to help diminish them. Okay, so today I'm going to be using my favorite makeup. It is Seint 3D Cream Foundation, and there's these magnetic tiles, and they come with all your foundation, your contour, your bronzer, all of it, even your eyeshadows, all in one palette. Today, though, I'm going to give you a couple tips to help you. So, okay, number one, let's go over the tools. Number one is a damp perfector sponge. This sponge I put in the water and I squeezed it about 5 times. And I mean, I literally squeezed it as hard as I could to get every last drop out. And then I even then put it in a towel and squeezed it. So it is damp, not wet. Okay, so this is going to really help you with your pores. Next, I'm going to be using the blend brush. And so these are Seints. They are all double-ended. The fluffier, the more natural and lighter, because it's going to pick up less product. And so this is the blend brush. If you are somebody who likes a more natural, lighter finish, this is going to be your best friend. Now, if you want more of a full makeup, you would use this buff brush. It's more compact and dense. But I bet this might be leading to a lot of your problems if you have large pores and you don't want to be showing them. Why? Because number one problem, and this is going to be my number one tip, is you are using too much. You're using too much cream foundation. You might be used to liquids and powders where you needed a lot more, but now these creams are more pigmented and less is more. The more product you have on your face, the more your stuff is going to be shining through. And so if you don't want those pores to be really standing out, use less product. So if you've put on too much, you've put it on and now you're like, now what do I do? They're standing out. This is where this guy's gonna come into play. You're just gonna press it onto your skin. You don't need a dab, just softly press it, and you're gonna see that it's gonna pick up any extra product. And if your skin shows, I mean, this is what we want, it is okay, but you're gonna be taking away any extra product that's gonna make your pores stand out. All right, so tip number 2 is where you apply the makeup, okay? So if I have my blend brush and I was going to apply my main foundation, let's say this is where most of our pores are, or in your forehead or right on your chin, you are not going to be putting your makeup directly onto that. Let me show you, especially if it's on the cheeks, because this is a very common area where you would be putting your brightener. So you're just gonna tap into it. I'm gonna use the smaller end, and I'm gonna put it right here. And then I would put my cream right here. The reason why I put it on these 2 spots is because there's your nose bone and then your cheekbone right here. So it's harder to press. Then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna start tapping it out and bringing it down and inside into where your pores are. So you're just gonna tap, and then you could flip it over to the fluffy end and then just kind of softly merge that. And it's gonna be a much more natural, lighter finish, but remember, less is more, and your pores won't be standing out. If you have it anywhere like on your chin, you can bring it down here on the bottom and then tap it up, or on the outside and then tap it in. Just don't go in and apply it right over where your pores are. Okay, before you even start putting on your makeup, one thing that could really help with your pores is this guy. This is Aspen. Now, you don't want to take a big thick brush like the buff brush and just be stamping it inside. You want less makeup. By using the blend brush and just tapping it in, you're going to be blending on think of it as a veil over your pores and just softly going in those areas that maybe are your problem areas. And you're just going to be tapping and just doing a thin layer of Aspen just to give you a little bit more coverage. And because it's a thicker consistency, it's gonna help that stay into place. If you have large pores, Aspen could be a really good tool for you. So the first tip is less is more. The second tip is watch where you're applying it. Don't apply it directly into your problem areas. Don't forget about that aspen. And the last couple tips I'm going to say is don't go too light. And so a lot of people really want to have a bright under eye, but it's going to not only aid you, it's going to enhance any wrinkles or pores that you may have. And so you might be seeing this is really too light. People come and bring this in here and then they'll bring it down low. But just look, as soon as I do that, it will show every wrinkle, every pore, especially if you have them down here on your cheeks. So make sure that you're not going too light. It's actually going to make your pores stand out. What you would want to do if you have a thing, remember on the bone here of your nose, and just lightly tap it. You can then bring it on the outside here, flip it over, but really try to keep away from your problem areas. All right, my last tip for pores is sometimes our pores like to stand out. To help mattify them, you do want to make sure that your skin is moisturized and that you have a good moisturizer on. You could even tap moisturizer right on top, even after. You could do it before or after your creams are on, and it will help to diffuse the color. But to help mattify it so that your pores aren't standing out, our vanilla dust is also a really great tool. And you just kind of remember, don't start right on top. You can start on that bone and then bring it inside. And then you just lightly tap it over, bring it on that bone, and then just bring it up even here. But don't just tap it straight onto that cheek, on your chin. If you have any suggestion or anything that I did not say, I would love for you to share your tip for pores. I hope you have a great day.